Hi, and welcome back to Common Myths About Aging. At the end of the sex and aging talk, I discussed the fact that it felt very one sided for the heteronormative side of the question. But as I started to research the differences between the aging issues of the hetero community and the LGBTQIA community, I realized that it was far more than just how life in housing for seniors posed problems, but that issues were slightly different across the board. So I'll be comparing and contrasting each. As I discussed, social isolation and the lack of support affects many seniors across all spectrums. The loss of partners, friends, as well as the loss of family members, whether they be chosen or estranged biological families, can deepen the feeling of isolation. Unlike others, older LGBTQIA individuals have likely experienced discrimination throughout their lifetime. Although most of it may seem hearsay, evidence states that many members of the community still have been prevented from visiting partners in hospice due to the family members only rules, or have lost financially when biological families saw fit, and have been devastated by the loss of a partner, as well as everything else. Although there may be difficulties in terms of finding adequate housing, either as a couple or as a single person, it is the culture within the facility which may in essence force the elder back into the closet. Imagine going through the difficulty of coming out, living a hard earned, authentic life, only to find yourself in a setting where you need to hide your true self again, or face possible bullying. This can increase the sense of a loss of empowerment, and without representation and cultural safety, any sense of security is removed. Let's also be aware of the remaining stigma concerning HIV/AIDS. Seniors become dependent on caregivers for medications and care for a great number of health concerns, but without possible shaming. This shaming, indeed the accumulation of years of facing possible discrimination or the return thereof, let alone the bias many seniors experience just due to being seniors, can lead to secondary effects such as higher rates of depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. Some older LGBTQIA individuals may face financial challenges due to employment discrimination that's lasted through their whole lives, the lack of spousal benefits, or unequal access to retirement benefits. Now, when we talk about the difficulties many seniors face in terms of finances, the social support system is not always as viable for the queer senior. The rates of possible housing insecurity and homelessness are greater. Laws concerning estate planning and inheritance change depending on the jurisdiction. Let's face it, for some, the very legality of our marriages is being called into question. Couples may have lived together for decades without proper legal safety measures, and survivors can lose everything. Finally, there's the feeling of invisibility and powerlessness that can hit most of us in a community which, more than Western society as a whole, places a negative meaning to aging. How do we remain relevant? How can we foresee the care we are going to need eventually? It won't be with a passive stance. Gay seniors, all seniors, need to take the reins of their own future by insisting on visibility, by advocating for a greater engagement in the community, by working to involve younger LGBTQIA folks instead of avoiding them. Finally, let me say that marginalized groups in general face greater challenges with the process of aging, but it is difficult for all of us. Together, seniors from all demographics can create a greater force for the good for all of us, and perhaps lead to a societal shift to benefit future generations as well. And that's important. What we leave for the next generation is important. It's not just about taking care of ourselves for now, um, as important as that seems right now to those of us who are heading into those years. Um, and that's about it. We face different issues with our aging, perhaps, than does general society, but we're all facing issues, and we all need to work together to take care of that. I want to thank all of you for watching, for listening to this series, and to let you know that I'm working on a number of other projects that I'll hopefully be sharing with you in the future. If you have any questions, if you have anything you want to say about what you've seen, please do contact me and let me know what your feelings were. That way we can work together towards creating more content that you'll enjoy. And thank you very much. Thanks again for watching the series Common Myths About Aging. I'm really happy with the results we've been getting from it, and I hope you've been getting some information and learning a little bit more about the whole process that we're all going through. As well, I want to thank anybody who's picked up the book, Finding Your Fountain of Life, uh, for doing so, and let you know that I now have a landing page, www.coachwalteryoung.com, with all the information about the book, where you can get the book, and a link that you can then ask me questions about it or tell me what your thoughts are about it. So please go out, get the book. You'll learn something.